we're about to begin. Lieutenant Colonel Fryer, Command Sergeant Major Edie, soldiers of the 437 Civil Affairs Battalion, family, friends, welcome to today's retirement ceremony for Master Sergeant Brian Corbett, the 437 Civil Affairs Battalion Senior Non-Commissioned Officer. At this time, I'd like to introduce Lieutenant Ehe to say a few words.
Shall we bow our heads? Giver of life and Almighty Lord our God, today we come to you with deep gratitude in our heart for all you give to give us each day. Family, loved ones, good friends, laughter, and our great jobs. We thank you for all our mercies which we receive through your love towards us. Today, Master Sergeant Brian Corbett is retiring from the United States Army, but not from life. This new phase of his life will present some exciting challenges. A challenge to be flexible in the midst of unknown variables. Lord, give him patience. A challenge for creativity. Lord, give him vision. A challenge to continue to live life well in the midst of changes. Lord, give him integrity. And perhaps most difficult, a challenge to slow down and enjoy life a little bit more. Lord, give him joy and peace in his life, and help him to be grateful for a life full of mission and purpose. May he find new ways to be fulfilled in the years to come. We also ask that you bless his wife, Christy Corbett, and their children, Ethan and Jalen, who are here to support him through this day and all through his retirement. Please give them your strength and grace as all together they step off into this new endeavor. And of course, we ask a special blessing for this whole family, that they may grow together and deeper as the years goes by. Lord, help us to continue in your love, abundant grace and mercy. In the name of our Creator, our Savior, and our Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Lieutenant E. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to celebrate the career and accomplishments of Master Sergeant Brian Corbett. Master Sergeant Corbett dedicated over 23 years of service to our country, but he wasn't alone. At this time, flowers and a certificate of appreciation will be presented to Christy Corbett, Master Sergeant Corbett's wife. And flowers will be presented to Jalen Corbett, Master Sergeant Corbett's daughter. And a 437 Civil Affairs Battalion t-shirt will be presented to Ethan, Master Sergeant Corbett's son. Thanking them for all their support they have given Master Sergeant Corbett and this battalion over the years. We give them a round of applause. Some people view retirement as an end, but anyone who knows Brian knows that it's just the beginning. The tremendous drive and ambition that has made him so successful as a soldier will most certainly make the next chapter of his life as meaningful as the last. So, at this time, I'd like to say a personal story about Master Sergeant Corbett, kind of tell you what he's meant to me, what he's meant to the battalion. So I got here in October of 2017. I was here for maybe about a month or so. Master Sergeant Corbett called me over to his computer and said, "Hey sir, I got something to show you." So we looked on his computer and it was this beautiful, all these beautiful colors and dates and words cards and everything, it was a timeline. He said, this is my retirement. This is my retirement plan. Here we are, right here. And that was about 18 months ago. And then here we are today. And he had everything mapped out. He had his military retirement, all the classes, all the appointments, all the medical, everything. He also had mapped out some classes that he had to take to go to his civilian life afterwards. He had everything documented out. And I said, hey, that's great. You know, smiled, shook my head, that's great. And I turned around and walked back to my desk. And most of the people, I know Captain Howen over there knows, most of the people know in my head as I walked away, I was saying a bunch of four-letter words. Because anybody who's been in the military for a length of time knows that when they see something like that, and they're losing that, they're losing something special. Master Sergeant Corbett's a planner. You know, he's a really good NCO. He's meant a lot to this battalion. He's meant a lot to the Army. And just seeing that, not knowing him, I knew so much about him. The attention to detail, the care, the amount of time that he took to plan something out, to understand the beginning, the end, how we were going to get there. That's exactly what he did, you know, for these last 18 months or so being here too. Putting soldiers in the right position to train, that has always been the most important thing to him. Making sure that we accomplish the mission. A few of my favorite passages from the NCO Creed are, competence is my watchword. My two basic responsibilities will always be upmost in my mind: accomplishment of the mission and the welfare of my soldiers. All soldiers are entitled to outstanding leadership. I will provide leadership. I know my soldiers and I will place their needs above my own. I will constantly communicate with my soldiers and I will never leave them uninformed. I will exercise the initiative by taking appropriate action in the absence of orders. I will never forget, nor will I allow my comrades to forget, that we are professionals. Master Sergeant Corbett never allowed me to forget that we were professionals. You know, he was the stable force that kept my craziness to a minimum and kept me moving forward and kept this battalion moving forward. So we're gonna miss a huge asset. So we always have a little ceremony, a little get together when somebody leaves, and we give them a paddle. It's pretty cool. Started well before I got here. I'm sure it'll be well here after I got here. But this is kind of a symbol of our unit, so I just wanted to give this to Master Sergeant Corbett. At this time, I'd like to read the retirement citation for Master Sergeant Corbett's award. Unfortunately, we do not have the award with us at this time, but it will be sent to him as soon as I get it in. But it reads as, for exceptional meritorious service while serving in positions of increasing responsibility and culminating as the Senior Operations Non-Commissioned Officer and Operations Sergeant Major for the 437th Civil Affairs Command. Throughout his 23 years of service, you have provided the soldiers and the families with unlimited support and care while leading by example without regard of personal hardship or risk. You displayed an exceptional ability to command, lead, and train civil affairs soldiers, teams, companies, and battalions alike. Your exemplary leadership is in keeping with the finest traditions of the military and reflects great credit upon yourself, the United States Army Civil Affairs Psychological Operations Command, and the United States Army. At this time, Lieutenant Colonel Fryer and Command Sergeant Major Eady will present Sergeant Major Corbett with the NCO Sabre.
All right, at this time, I just have a few things to say. I took command of the unit about 2 years ago, so one of the first individuals I met was Master Sergeant Corbett, and he definitely has. When I got here, the unit was pretty much #1 in UC Capoc out of 35 units. We're still up in that area, but we'll miss you. And the most impressive thing I see here is the fact your family showed up. This is basically a platoon-sized element that it's very impressive. So without the family, I don't think soldiers like Master Sergeant Corbett could stay 20 years in the military. So thank you to each one of you for supporting him and allowing him to serve. So thank you. And at this time,
I'd like Master Sergeant Corbett would like to say a few words to the battalion.
Hey, first off, First Sergeants, can you put your soldiers at rest, please? I've been there, guys. Hey, it's an amazing day to be a soldier. I'm grateful to be here today with all of you on a historic war story. I want to thank all of you for taking the time out of your already busy weekend. I know how busy your weekends are. To be here with my family and I for this. We are truly humbled. I'd like to take a minute first to express my gratitude. First and foremost, I want to thank God for all the opportunities, experiences, the successes, the lessons I've learned, and all the people I've met throughout this adventure. To my best friend, the love of my life, Christy, who when I didn't want to have a retirement ceremony, she reminded me that this day is not about me. It's a we, our, and us kind of day. It's about the Army, traditions, and so many people that have served. It's about shared experiences, both good and bad, that we have shaped in our lives. It's about closing the doors in one part of our lives and opening the doors to another. Christy, for over 21 years of my 23 years of service, over multiple moves, many times away, adapting constant change, sacrificing your wants and needs for that of the Army, you have been my compass, my grounding rod, my advisor, my confidant. Thank you for your patience, understanding, and your unwavering love. You have sacrificed and put up with far more than I have over the years. This is not about my career, it's also about ours. As you have served just as much as a soldier's wife, as a mother, by holding jobs supporting soldiers and families, as a family program manager for 6th State Command, providing soldier support to 3rd Special Forces Group, and also to the Army Forces Command. You have made a huge difference in this Army also. Love you. They say the NCOs are the backbone of the Army, but it's also the families that are the backbone of the soldier. They provide the support and purpose that ultimately allows soldiers to do their jobs and answer the call of duty. With that, I want to thank my kids, Jalen and Ethan, for all the support you've given me. Your ability to adapt and your love over all these years. I know it's been hard growing up with the Army, but you've had many experiences that most people haven't. And I know you're both better because of them, and I'm so proud of you. Both of you amaze me every day, and I'm excited for your future adventures. To all my friends and family here, thank you for your support, your friendship, and everything you do. Thanks to the Davises for being here, and to the Corbett family. There's a lot of them in this room, so watch out. Thanks to all the Corbetts that are here, Mom, Dad, Jason, Easton, Winston, Susan, Katie, Frida, Roger. We truly appreciate you being here and supporting us on this day of transition. Thanks for being part of this day, and we look forward to making up lost time over the past so many years. Although Christy's family couldn't make it from Oklahoma, I'd still like to thank them for their support as well. For those in my extended military family that traveled distances to be here, Major Shore, Captain Howland, Lieutenant Baynard, Sergeant Major Howson, I think he's over here. All I really ever wanted anywhere I served was to make a difference. Your presence here today tells me that I've made an impact on your life in one way or another, and I am extremely grateful and proud to have served with you. Lieutenant Colonel Fryer, Sergeant Major Eady, Commanders, First Sergeants, Officers, NCOs, and soldiers of the 437th. Thank you for taking the time out of your compressed schedules today to support my family and I. This is a great unit and a great location. You have a lot of opportunities, and I'm proud to serve with you and to have the 37th as my final assignment. And finally, to the full-time staff that put this together and run day-to-day operations, you have been great to work with during my final assignment. Major Myers, Captain Shannon, Sergeant Greasley, Sergeant Ray, Ms. Matthews, Mr. George, Ms. Cook, and Ms. Smith. The Corbetts truly appreciate your efforts in making this happen. Thank you also for stepping up as I've been stepping away, preparing for retirement. Sergeant First Class Lennox, I wish you the best of luck in your new job. I know you'll do well. Over the past 23 years in the Army has taken my family and I to a lot of different places and influenced us more than I ever thought it would. As I spend my last day in uniform here, I am reminded of what the Army has done for me and my family. I am also reminded of all the brave men and women who served over the years, and to those that are no longer with us because they made the ultimate sacrifice to keep this great nation free. May we never forget their sacrifice or their service. My greatest honor while serving was that of being a non-commissioned officer. From sergeant to first sergeant, I enjoyed the opportunity to teach, coach, and mentor and care for soldiers. Years ago, my dad got me listening to sales tapes. I really never knew how much they would help me over the years though. But believe it or not, a lot of what you do in the Army is sales, especially in civil affairs. One of my favorite quotes was by that of the late Zig Ziglar, a motivational speaker, teacher, and trainer, who said, "You can have everything in life you want if you will just help other people get what they want." Well, with that said, it would be hypocritical for me to leave the Army without passing along some final advice to you. So, to the soldiers and NCOs of the 437th, my last bit of advice. First, know that we are not perfect, and no one is. But through progress, we find success. When I joined the Army's motto was "Be all you can be." In my opinion, I still think they should have kept that motto, because that motto inspired soldiers to do more than just what was expected. Throughout your time in the Army, you will encounter many things that influence who you are, the decisions you make, and the things that are important to you. The Army, though, has already given you everything you need to do well. Early in your career, you learn some of the standards of the Army, starting with the Army values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Know these and live by them in your personal and professional lives. And whenever you are in question of right or wrong, refer back to them, especially when faced with making tough decisions. They will not steer you wrong. If you're not already, take time to set goals for your personal and professional lives. Goals give you something to work for, and they also give you the drive to keep going when times get hard. When it comes to goals, just think of 4 P's. Proactive, plan, preach, and persist. Be proactive. Think ahead about what you want, the obstacles that may get in your way, and how long it may take you to get there. Then, make a plan. Write it down. You know me, I like whiteboards. Once you have a good plan, preach it. Tell everyone what you're trying to achieve and get feedback and support. Lastly, be persistent. Don't let anyone get in your way. Take ownership of your own life. Own your career, your decisions, your successes, and your failures. And don't ever expect that someone will do something for you. If you don't know or have never read the Soldier's Creed or the NCO Creed, do it. Learn them and live them. They will let you know everything that is expected of you. To the NCOs, I think the first sentence of the NCO Creed says it all, which is, "No one is more professional than I." Use these creeds as a compass to guide you throughout your career while conducting operations. Today's Army is one that is constantly on the move, and it's sometimes difficult to keep up with all the changes. My 2 favorite soft attributes: adaptability and perseverance. As you work through your goals, inevitably Murphy will show up. And when he does, you need to be able to adjust your plans so that you can persevere in the end. As soldiers, this is part of your job. To be able to adapt and to overcome obstacles in order to accomplish missions. To provide solutions, not more problems. And to act proactively shape an environment. Finally, be passionate about your service. Care about each other. Take care of each other. Because when you get down to it, this thing we do, soldiering, is bigger than you or I. No matter what your job is in the military, you play a big part of something that affects people. When they say you serve in the military, it's not about you. It's about serving. Serving the American people, your fellow soldiers, families, in order to preserve our freedoms and our way of life. But also, that's what has made this day and this transition so difficult. All my family and I have ever really known has been the Army. So this next chapter in our lives will not be without challenges. But make no mistake about it, I will always be a soldier at heart, and I will continue to find ways to serve others in the years ahead. God bless you, our great nation, all the men and women who serve, and the families who support them. My family and I truly thank you all for being here.
Yeah, it's really uneven.
Hey, copy. Will you move the cord? Yeah, it looks a little trashy.
Yeah, thank you. Army don't do trashy.
No, we're classy, not trashy. Will you move your hand? You, yes, like that. All right. You.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Alright. Okay, silly face. No silly face? Oh, I didn't hear you.
Half the Corbett are deaf.
Oh, that's right.
All right, take another picture, Justin.
Yep, got it. Do you want one with them?
Yeah, come on up, boy.
They extended the boyfriend. Extended.
Yeah?
I got it.
All right, here.
Don't get her wet.
Was it too much? You should, when you do this, like your body this way. Act like you love your body. Over just a little this way. This way. One, two, three. That's good. Click, 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 click.
Don't get one with prime.
You get this way a little.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, click, click, click. There you go. Okay.
He's taking a picture behind you.
See, that's not